Welcome everybody, Nick DiVirgilio here, and today's video is all about Vater Classic Series drumsticks. Let's go. Before I go into the details of the sticks I have right here in front of me, let me take you back in time just a little bit. A short little history lesson on Vater drumsticks. Back in the 1950s, in Boston, Massachusetts, there was a drum shop called Jack's Drum Shop, owned by Jack Adams, who is the grandfather of Ron and Alan Vater. Back then, Jack's Drum Shop was one of the only shops around that made custom-sized drumsticks. He would lathe the drumsticks there by hand, and some of the greatest drummers of the time would go to his shop to get their sticks. We're talking Buddy Rich, Elvin Jones, and others, because he made such great product. Now you fast forward to the 80s, the company was making drumsticks for other companies, other brands. Then they decided, well, why not make our own brand of drumsticks? So they decided to start Vater Drumstick Company. Vater has become one of the greatest drumstick manufacturers there is. Now fast forward from the 80s, the diameter of the drumstick changed just a tiny bit. It got a little bit bigger, and that's what they stuck with from that point forward. If you ever picked up a pair of Vater drumsticks, that's probably what you felt, and you can get those exact same models to this day. Then they decided, why don't we make sticks like we made back in the 80s? Change that diameter just a little bit and bring back the classic Vater feel. And that's where the Classic Series comes in. Vater decided on 6 core models to make the Classic Series with, and I have them here in front of me. We have 2Bs, 5Bs, 5A, Classic Big Band, Classic 7As, and 8D Jazz. So you get a little bit of everything. Big, thick, or thin in your hands, whatever you want. You also get them in the Hickory model or the Sugar Maple model. Now, Hickory is the classic wood for drumsticks. It's hard, it's durable, and they get their dowels from 2 different kinds of hickory wood. They make sure the moisture content is perfect before they make their sticks, and you get a perfect pitched and weighted pair every time you pick up a pair of Vater drumsticks. Now, if you want a lighter feeling stick, definitely check out Maple if you never have, because even though it's the same diameter and length as the Hickory models, it has a much lighter feel. Still durable, like if you like playing a 2B, but sometimes regular 2Bs are heavy, try a Maple version. You'll be surprised how much lighter it really feels in the hand. The other difference is you get a few different tips. You have some acorn tips, some rounded sort of barrel tips. You also can choose from nylon or wood tip. And about those sizes, they're really only slightly different. Let me give you an example. I have the 5B model in my hand right here. It's 16 inches long and 0.595 in diameter. The regular model of Vater 5B is 0.605, so just a little bit bigger in diameter. You'll kind of barely feel it in your hand, but there is a difference. Some of the other models in the Classic Series are even smaller of a difference. The 5A model, for instance, is 0.565 in diameter in the Classic Series and 0.570 in the regular series. So that's a really small difference, but it does make a difference. And finally, just to give you another example, on the 2Bs, it's 0.630 in diameter, and in the regular version, it's 0.635. And there you go, Vater Classics Series drumsticks. Great drumsticks that feel good every time. You know, they manufacture drumsticks perfectly. You're gonna love what you pick up every time. If you've never tried Vater, I highly encourage you to check them out. We have all of these models here in front of me, plus a ton of other Vater drumsticks here at Sweetwater. So no matter what style of music you're into, what size of drumstick you want, you can get it here at Sweetwater. With all that being said, I'm gonna go over to the drum kit now. I'm gonna pick up the 5B. I'm gonna play the nylon tip and the wood tip. You can hear the difference on the cymbals, on the snare drum, the little nuanced difference in the tips here, and let's just have some fun. Thanks so much for joining me, everybody. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Click right here for more videos just like this one, or start at sweetwater.com for all your music instrument and pro audio needs.